Hey church, my name is Colin Weeks. Stoked to give you a devotional today. The passage I want to focus on is from the Gospel of Luke, chapter 2, verse 10. Very simple. He says, "Do not be afraid. I bring you good news that will cause great joy for all the people. Today in the town of David, a Savior has been born to you. He is the Messiah, the Lord." I feel like it's really easy to read stuff like that and it's like, oh, okay, cool, like moving on, moving forward. But it says it will cause great joy. Cause simply means to make happen. So if it's not causing great joy, what's wrong? Is it not real? Is it not, why is the equation not working? I think it's pretty simple. If the good news is not causing great joy in us, we're probably not digesting the good news properly. If I'm being completely honest, this is my second time filming this devotional, and the first time around, I didn't center myself on how simple but huge this is, and I had to just take time to really re-understand all of this. The creator of the universe, of Earth and the moon and the galaxies and the cosmos and fire and the wind patterns and science and neuroscience and everything, loves us and wants relationship with us and knows us intimately. That's unbelievable. And how can that not cause great joy in you when you actually meditate on it? But so often we kind of just you get stuck in the rat race of things and you kind of forget about how central this is. So whenever you're overwhelmed or afraid or overthinking anything, how valuable is it to recenter yourself on that idea, that belief, that truth, that knowledge that God is everywhere, He is everything, and He loves us deeply. There's an expression that is thrown around a lot. It's actions speak louder than words. Everyone kind of understands that. Lip service is not very valuable. It's the action of loving on someone. Love isn't just a feeling you have for someone. True love is stepping forward and actually delivering love. God expresses this very clearly. John, the Gospel of John, the very first chapter, there's this prologue, and it opens up talking about the Word in the beginning, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. But then in verse 14, it says, the Word became flesh and made His dwelling among us. The Word became flesh and made His... So the God, the crazy, huge, amazing God, literally was the author of everything is yo, I'm coming in. And He just writes Himself into the story, breaks open the ceiling and comes in. And it says, made His dwelling among us. Dwelling, the translation of this word literally means to pitch your tent. So let that imagery just marinate in you for a second, because it's so good. And how easily do we forget this? How can we possibly tell other people about the good news if we've forgotten how good it is? You have to just come back to this simple base truth of the gospel and what's actually happened before you can get to the other stuff. I can't possibly share that with other people if I'm not living in that and understanding that and remembering that. So the second I pull my cup away from the fountain, which is literally what I did an hour ago when I tried to film this the first time, I can't possibly spill the good news on other people if I'm not in the fountain. So just as an encouragement for everyone, we're called to love on people and to be the hands and feet of Jesus and be the light in this world. But it's so easy to prioritize the deeds and the working and the help, which is very important, but forgetting the fountain, pulling away from the fountain and doing it on our strength. So my encouragement is to remind yourself of how cool Jesus was the first time you realized how big all of this was, and get excited about it like you were a kid again, the same way that you go back and watch a movie that you watched as a kid and it's so nostalgic. Let that bubble up inside you again, and I would be surprised if you're not prompted to help other people around you immediately after remembering that. That's what I've got for you. I hope this encourages you. Get excited about this and remind yourself about how cool and good all of this is, and then take that and go out while keeping a safe social distance and loving on people. Hopefully see you guys soon. Ciao.